know about the Watchers, you know about the bargain, but knowing is not understanding. The betrayed are not cartoon villains. They are humans trapped in a psychology of their own making. They did not just sell their souls. They built a prison around themselves, and now they cannot leave, even if they wanted to. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, we do not just name the betrayers. We dissect their machinery, how they recruit, how they control, how they ensure that once you enter the inner circle, you never leave. And we ask, is there any way back? The betrayed are not born, they are made. The Watchers have refined recruitment over millennia into an art form. They do not approach the virtuous or the content. They approach the desperate, the ambitious, the wounded, someone who has lost everything, someone who fears death above all else, someone who believes they deserve more than the world has given. The Watchers offer a solution: power, wealth, security, in exchange for loyalty. The recruitment is gradual, a small favor here, a secret shared there. The new recruit is tested, compromised, bound by small betrayals that escalate. Before they realize it, they cannot turn back. Not because the Watchers would kill them, but because they have become complicit in crimes they cannot undo. The betrayed do not stay because they are evil. They stay because they are afraid. Afraid of exposure. Afraid of losing everything they gained. Afraid that if they leave, they will have to face what they have done. The Watchers understand this fear perfectly. They do not need chains. They need complicity. Each act of betrayal ties another knot. Each secret shared becomes a leash. The betrayed become experts at rationalizing. I had no choice. Everyone does it. At least I'm not as bad as the others. But the cage is invisible. The door is unlocked. They simply cannot see it anymore. The betrayed are organized in cells. Each cell knows only a few others. This compartmentalization protects the Watchers. If one cell falls, the rest continue. At the top are the architects, those who have been with the Watchers for decades, who understand the full scope of the machine. They give orders, but they do not execute them. Below them are the operators, executives, engineers, fund managers who implement the architect's plans. They know they serve something dark, but they tell themselves they are just following orders. At the bottom are the facilitators, assistants, lawyers, accountants who handle the details. They often do not even know what they are part of. They only know that the work pays well, and that questions are not welcome. The betrayed are not a monolith. They are a hierarchy of complicity, each layer insulating the one above. What happens if a betrayer tries to leave? The Watchers have methods. Some are obvious: financial ruin, public scandal, accidents. Others are subtler. The betrayer's own guilt turns them into their own jailer. They cannot imagine a life outside the machine. They have no skills, no connections, no identity apart from their role. A few have tried to defect, some became whistleblowers. Most were silenced. A handful escaped into anonymity, living in fear, knowing that the Watchers have long memories. But here is the truth the Watchers do not want known. They rarely hunt defectors. They do not need to. The defectors are already broken, already isolated, already harmless. The machine moves on without them. The compartmentalization that protects the Watchers is also their weakness. Cells do not know what other cells do. Operators can be turned without the architects knowing. A single defector can bring down an entire cell, and the Watchers will not know until it is too late. This is where the remnant operates. They are the betrayed who turned against the Watchers from inside. They exploit the cracks in the hierarchy. They feed information across cell boundaries. They sabotage without being detected. The Watchers know about the remnant. They hunt them, but the remnant multiplies. Each defector inspires another. The cracks are widening. This brings us to the question that every betrayer must eventually face. The question that the Watchers try to prevent. If you could leave, if the door was unlocked, would you? Some would say no. They are too far gone. Their identity is fused with the machine. They cannot imagine another life. But others, the ones who still feel guilt, who still dream of freedom, they are the remnant in waiting. They are the ones who will turn when the moment is right. The question is not whether the betrayed can be saved, it is whether they will choose to save themselves. The betrayed are not monsters. They are humans who made a series of choices, each one leading deeper into the cage. The door is still there. They have simply stopped looking for it. The remnant is proof that the door can be found, that the cage can be escaped, that even the deepest complicity can be undone. The question is not whether the watchers can be defeated. It is whether enough of the betrayed will choose to become the remnant before the countdown ends. The betrayed have a choice. Some have already made it. They turned against the watchers from inside. They are the remnant. They sabotage the machine. They leak its secrets. They risk everything so that the rest of us might survive. But the watchers are hunting them. The remnant is dying, and we may never know their names. Next Monday on Mysterious Encounters, the remnant, the few who said no, the ones who will not be forgotten.